Hey there, everybody. Dave Barlow here with SB and JB, otherwise known as Steve and Jay Marinsky.
Hello, Jay Marinsky.
We are talking interest rates this morning, SB. What do you got?
Well, you know, interest rates last week took a little bit of a dip, and the good news out there is rates took another slight dip this week. The 30-year fixed rate is at 6.375.
Wow.
And, back on November 9th, they were 7.23. So rates are coming down.
Almost a whole point.
Almost a whole point less than 2 weeks ago.
And so, the interesting thing about that, just real quick, is that at 1 point on the average sales price home here in Columbus, which is around $330,000, that's about $200 a month in house payment. And that's a big difference to a lot of buyers.
And we're going to show people here in just a couple of minutes on exactly how to kind of calculate where you're at when you're out shopping. The 15-year rate right now is down around 6%, not much movement there. The 5/1 arm took a drop last week, 6.5%. Today, 5.875%. And the FHA USDA rate holding steady at 6.5%.
So everything's coming down. That's a good thing.
And so one thing I wanted to talk about today, we rattle off these interest rates, which may or may not influence people, but I wanted to give people a quick reference point on when you're out there looking at a house, how to figure what your house payment's going to be. And when we're out there looking, that's generally what drives what somebody is looking for. And so, DB, if you could put the calculator on the screen. And right now, on a $250,000 house, and so if you'll punch up $250,000, I know that on a $250,000 house at a 6.375 interest rate, the rule of thumb is about $6.50 a thousand. So DB, if you'll take the $250,000 and multiply it by $6.50. So the number that we're seeing up there is a number a lot of times that you'll see lenders advertise. They'll say the principal and interest payment on a $250,000 house is $1,625. Unfortunately, that's not your final payment. Couple of other numbers that you want to put in is the PMI. And so, DB, if you take $250,000 and multiply that by 0.008. So in other words, 8% is how you're going to figure your PMI. And you see that number pop up there at $2,000. Now the $2,000 is for the entire year. And so we're going to take that $2,000 and divide it by 12, where we get $166. Another term that you need to know is the property taxes. And what I did is I took property taxes on a $250,000 house. The number that I used was $3,000. And so if you take that $3,000 and again, you multiply or divide it by 12, you get $250 a month for property taxes. And then the last variable that we use is the homeowner's insurance. Just like your car insurance, if you go out and wreck your car, the bank is going to require that you have car insurance or collision insurance on your car. they're going to require a replacement insurance on your house. And DB, I use $1,500 a year. And so if you take the $1,500 and again, you multiply it by 12, you get 125. So you take these four numbers, you take the 1625 and you add the 166 for the PMI, you add the 250 for the property taxes, and then the final number is the 125 for your homeowner's insurance. This number, the $2,166, is going to get you very close to what your house payment's going to be on a $250,000 loan. The great thing about using one of us is that when you're out there, I can do, and I'm sure Jamie can do, and I'm sure Mike can do a lot of these figures in their heads as you are looking at a house payment. And I get that question all the time. Okay, Steve, $250,000, what's it going to cost me a month? And in less than a minute, I am going to get you very close to what your monthly obligation is going to be to purchase that house.
Or now, you can do it yourself.
Now you can do it yourself.
Now we don't even need you guys.
Oh, you need us. Oh, you need us.
How many times have we heard, oh, I don't need you. I can do all my research myself. Okay.
Well, it's just another tool that we want you to have when you work with us here at Sell for 1%. We don't want to stand behind one number of 1625 and tell you that's the house payment when it's not true, because there's three other variables that go in to that number for your final house payment.
Yep. Good information. Thank you, SB.
You're welcome.